Welcome, my name's Craig Davidiuk, and I'm the project lead with TEDxSquamish. Squamish is a town in transition, and we have amassed an amazing subculture of people that really care about our town. And we have a new hope and enthusiasm for what this town can become. Radical Shift will look at ways, people, and ideas that create change in communities.
I started watching TEDx about 4 years ago.
It's pretty exciting to have it in my own community.
There's some very interesting speakers on the program.
People that are in our community that are doing new and exciting things.
So I'm hoping that people will find new insights into that and be excited to get involved themselves.
I'm a resident of Squamish, and I came here today so that I could be inspired and meet and greet with some of the other great people from Squamish.
Expecting some interesting viewpoints, some new ways of looking at things.
Eyes wide open and just open to new ideas and new possibilities.
Different speakers coming from multiple perspectives.
And some big ideas on how we could do things better.
Radical shift and what that means to them.
Hopefully everyone leaves with a really good vision.
Being inspired by
people who are doing wonderful things here and just take it to the next level.
This would be a great way to look at what Squamish has come from in the last decade.
And I think it's a really interesting time to be part of Squamish.
So I think things are changing.
From the old to the new.
There's a lot of young people, there's a lot of new ideas.
The town feels different.
There's a radical shift because we're growing.
Today in Squamish, people are connecting over a community that is building and growing and being so enriched by every member in it.
We've got the Sea to Sky gondola going in, we've got some amazing construction projects going on.
I think the town's in a major flux.
I think today is a time for all of that to come together.
And it's a really cool mix between the old and the new.
It's a town in transition.
We have an opportunity to make a very unique place out of Squamish.
At TEDxSquamish Radical Shift, you're going to hear from entrepreneurs, thrill-seeking, adventure sports people, educators who are trying to change the world in the classroom one mind at a time, First Nations culture, art, and making change on a global scale. They're all very fascinating and amazing people, and I hope you enjoy what they have to say. Thank you for coming, everybody. Wow, look at all of you. I'm so happy. We're going to explore ideas, ways, and people that create radical shift in communities. And that's our speakers today. That's who we've selected. These are thought leaders, these are innovators, and overall dynamic and amazing people. One of the most rewarding parts of the TEDxSquamish experience for me personally was the curating of the speakers, connecting with people in the community and encouraging them to apply because they've done something important for our town or have an idea which can really help us propel Squamish to the next level.
Now, my name is Tamara Standers. I am a super proud Squamish resident and have been for 13 years.
I'm here to share a little piece of our Squamish language and our culture through this radical change in Squamish.
Squamish is an export gateway and has been for a long, long time.
Connect the dots of your story. Commingle your paradigm. Who knows what culture will rise to the surface?
Creating a culture not of mimics, but of masters.
Stay strong. Be proud to be a Squamish Nation member. But at the same time, go out and get an education.
The importance of community self-knowledge. For me, this is an illustration.
Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world.
The arts might not be just a nice idea, but maybe they're essential. What if the arts were an intrinsic part of the learning experience and the assessment process?
Let your light shine so brightly that others can see their way out of the dark. And please, go out there and do empathy.
My story that I want to share is to understand the past, know the present, and plan for the future.
We're a room full of human potential, of yet to be unmanifested ideas.
Our group is constantly, every day going through a radical shift.
My radical shift in perspective came as a result of seeing firsthand the effects of global inaction, resulting in millions of lives lost.
And the consequence of these first-person learning experiences is that we've developed at Quest a really healthy culture of inquiry. You can feel it when you're on campus. It's intoxicating.
Ideas lead you out here. Ideas lead you into the darkness.
If there's a radical shift, it's certainly what I've seen in the last 10 or 15 years is the pride and confidence that Squamish as a community has started to establish when it comes to its own destiny and its own vision of what it wants to be.
They taught me to build bridges knowingly that it is a two-way street and not a one-way street.
The things that Canada's First Nations and those of us who are not First Nations, the things that we have in common are actually much more powerful than the forces that are trying to tear us apart.
The value of a talk is not really in what is said, it's in what it leaves its audience members inspired to do.
We all have choices in life, and that we all choose our own path.
But we also have balance. We have a double gateway. We have an eagle that is watching carefully. We have supports. I think that I will leave you to reflect for yourselves on this double gateway identity of Squamish, whether and how important it is. And I thank you very much.
I can say confidently that this is only the beginning. Everyone responded to this event so positively. What I'm really looking forward to seeing is the result of today's connections that everyone's making in the audience to the speakers and to one another in our town. And I think going forward, what's going to be interesting to watch is to see where we are 1 year, 2 years, 5 years from now because of what happened at TEDxSquamish today. So the question is, Squamish, what are we going to do with Radical Shift? Feel free to contact me at Craig@TEDxSquamish and tell me your ideas.